What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how you can make your drill beats more interesting, especially when you're arranging it. You know what I'm saying? You might want to add a few more elements or cut out some parts to make it more interesting. And pretty much I'm just going to show you guys some tips, some advice on how you can make it more interesting. So without further ado, let's get into the video. So first I'm going to start by making the beat, and in order for your arrangement to be more interesting, there's things that you have to do while you're making the beat. So let's just get right into it, man. One thing you want to do when you're making your beat is when you place down the 808, you want to make sure you go in envelope and you turn down all the knobs except for the hold, because I want the 808 to stop when when the note ends on the piano roll instead of just going till the end of the waveform. So yeah, so you can just do that and make sure the 808's in tune as well. So you can pitch it up and mess with the pitch until you find it until you find the right pitch for the melody. And you just start off with the basic pattern. These pan 808s that I did is gonna help a lot during the arrangement. I'll show you guys, because like when you transition from one part to another, for example from the chorus to verse 1 or verse 2, you can add just this part to use it like kind of like a transition, part of the transition to that part of the beat, if that makes sense. I'll show you guys when we get there. So now, one very simple thing you can do with the 808, which will help during arrangement as well, is you make a second pattern that's different, right? So you can switch it up, make it a little less repetitive. So here I just duplicated this. I'm gonna mute the first one, and I'm just gonna mess around with it. Now I'm gonna add more perks, which will also help with the arrangement to make it less repetitive. So we can just like take them out at some parts, put them back in at others, you know, just add more variation to the beat in general. Alright, now we're gonna get to the actual arrangement. So here you want to make sure that you have smooth transitions between like each part of the beat. So like for example here in the intro, I'm gonna have the melody come in. This is kind of common, but you can also add the gunshots in the beginning, like just once right here. You know what I'm saying? Just add that in the intro. To make your arrangement really interesting, you really just have to use a lot of sound effects. So this is a very common riser sound effect. I'm sure you guys have heard it before, but it really works. Like there's no reason not to use it, honestly. It just works perfectly every time. Some people like to put it throughout the beat, but me personally, like I feel like if you're gonna have transition effects in the beat, like in the middle of the beat, other than the intro, they have to be a little bit shorter, you know, because this one's pretty like long. The reason why I like it so much is because it is long for the intro, which will create tension. So after that, I like to add delays to my risers and sound effects, because when it delays after, it sounds dope. So well, I'm gonna put at 8, then let me play it back. Well, I didn't have it perfectly on time, so let me just fix that right there. Alright, so right there, you know what I'm saying, it added a lot to the intro. So that's my intro right there. And you can do a lot more, but me personally, I like to just keep the beat simple, you know what I'm saying. That's enough to catch your attention. I feel like whenever you have the gunshots at the beginning, it's like you're telling the listener, okay, this is a drill beat, you know. Yeah, that's pretty much it for the intro. Now for the chorus, I like to use both of the 808 patterns. So I'm going to turn this back on, and I'm going to take one out and take this one out as well. So now we have the first pattern here and the second pattern here. So this is going to be our entire chorus. It's going to repeat throughout the beat. So pretty much, I don't like to start with all the perks in the beginning. You can also, what you can do is you can make the kick hit later on, so you can have the 808 start and the clap as well. And also during the chorus, I like to add a transition effect between the first half and the second half. So right here, I'm gonna add the first part of the melody back here for the second half of the chorus. I'm gonna put some delay on this one too, this transition effect. So send it to the mixer where I put the riser. For the chorus, for the beginning of the chorus, I like to take quite a few of the sounds out. So right here, I only have the kick, stomp, gunshot, basically just the basic sounds. And then during the verses, I like to just add more sounds as I go. So for example, here I'm gonna add the triangle back and the clutch sound here, or I might just add the bongos. So these perks right here, just add it back, add more bounce. You know what I mean? And then for the last part of the verse, this is what I do. Of course, you don't have to copy what I do in these videos exactly as I do it, but this is just how I personally do it. During the last part of the verse, I usually just take out the 808. I add the percussion like on the second half of it. So I'll start with like the gunshot, and then for example right here. And then the chorus would come back in, and then it would just loop like that pretty much until the third chorus, and then that's when the beat would end. So copy this over, and whenever I bring the chorus back in, I don't do the same thing that I do with the clap and the kick, where I made a hit after, because you know what I'm saying, that was just for the intro, right? So it can like drop nicely. So. And then I usually add the drum sounds back just for the chorus. I just let it repeat itself, and I keep the 808 pattern different. This is the chorus, first verse right here, and then chorus again, second verse, and chorus, and then here you can just add the melody here and just add a fade out automation. So like I can go here, automation clip, I drag this down, and then I copy the beginning so that way the volume stays equal throughout the track, because when you click here you might bring it down a bit, so you just want it to be, you know what I'm saying, leveled. I mean, it's self-explanatory, but yeah. So pretty much after this I'll just add the sound effects throughout the beat. One other thing you can do for the outro actually, which I think I'm gonna do it now actually, is you cut it out at the end here, you cut out the drums here, and then you add the transition sound effect again. You add the transition sound effect again, and then what you do is you put a triple halftime on the master. So I go here, I usually like to do it at quarter because it sounds sick. And then I created an automation clip and I just automate it for the outro. Sometimes I even intro my beats like this. Like I intro it by fading the third halftime. Just like that. Just a clean outro. So yeah, man, that's pretty much how this is pretty much how I arrange my beats. If you guys enjoyed, leave a like. Let me know if this helped you guys. Be sure to subscribe to the channel if you want to support me, man. You know what it is. And I'll see you guys in the next one.